Hey, I'm Monica Hunter, and today for my speech, what I think would be a great addition to our class syllabus is an essay called Civil Disobedience, which is also referred to as Resistance to Civil Government. This essay is written by Henry David Thoreau, which is this gentleman right here. Really cool guy. I actually remember learning about him my junior year in high school. We studied a lot of his nature poems and the history behind it and what actually inspired him to write them. He was actually inspired by Charles Darwin, who is an environmentalist. And after reading more into Henry David Thoreau's work, I read across an essay called Civil Disobedience. In Civil Disobedience, Henry David Thoreau talks about peaceful protesting and the government control and how the government will take land and money to have control over its citizens. So, after reading more into the whole essay, because it is a long essay, but it's great, he talks about one example he does bring up is that he spent a night in jail because he refused to pay his poll tax. And the reason why he does this refusal is his way of having a peaceful protest. So he does this because he is protesting against slavery and also of the Mexican-American War that was happening at that time. After reading more of the history behind civil disobedience and who was actually inspired by this essay, I came across three big well-known leaders, one being former President John F. Kennedy. Another is a civil rights activist, Gandhi. Another big civil rights activist, Martin Luther King Jr. Actually reading a lot more about how this essay inspired Martin Luther King Jr., it was actually really interesting to find out that he actually refers to a lot of the quotes that was written in Civil Disobedience in Martin Luther King's own autobiography, which I thought was really neat. So it just really inspires me how this gentleman wrote such a powerful essay that can inspire such world leaders who made incredible movements and empowered them to do such powerful movements in our country. So why I think it would be a great addition to our class is because we during our essays, when we read them or our poems, we like to have our discussion questions. And this is a great essay. After reading it, is a great discussion starter. So you can bring up a lot of current issues that we are having now. We have a lot of current movements that are happening, as in the women's rights movement, Black Lives Matters, homosexuality, transsexuality, wars, that military that we're sending over, a lot of different things that a lot of people are protesting nowadays, and a lot of these protests are getting very violent. So I believe that this would be such a great essay to bring forth and show that a peaceful protest is still such a powerful movement. And I think that this would also have such relevance to us now from even the past. So this is something that even our relatives can pretty much know about and can relate to. So I feel like this would be a great discussion topic, not only for in class but also at home. Which is, I like to bring a lot of my homework at home, so I don't know how everyone else is. But I really think that we should add this essay here. I also think that we should add Henry David Thoreau as an author to study as well. He is a great author. His words are very powerful, and what I, as a student, love is that he is actually easy to understand. His essays, poems, stories, books are very relatable, and they're not difficult to try to translate, and they're very quick and easy to get and relate to. So I feel like this is a great inspiration. Not only has he inspired so many powerful people, he's also inspired students, teachers as well. And I do remember even in high school studying him. So I really think this would be a great addition to our class. And I hope you enjoy reading Civil Disobedience. It has a lot of good, powerful points in it. Bye.